One of the few local games in action Friday, Alpena softball traveled to Rogers City in a matchup of two really good ball clubs. Fine-tuning in time for some postseason play. The Hurons and the Wildcats meeting in an out-of-conference affair, and this was a good one. Bottom of the first with our runner aboard, Sarah Meredith hits a laser to third. We have a developing situation, but Jenna Hentz avoids the out and gets back into third, and just like that, runners are on the corners. Next up is Hannah Fleming, and she strides to the plate and enters the launching pad. This ball is hammered to deep left center, and see you later. Into the bed it goes. What a start. It's 3-0 Rogers City. Top two, and here come the Cats. It's now 3-1 with runners on first and second. Alexis Smith hits a chopper. Kayla Rabo fields the ball, but her throw is not in time. Then things get sloppy. Rogers City tries to get the out at second. Jessica Marweed races home, and it's a one-run ball game. Mary Schimmel stood in next, and she strides up and pokes this ball up the middle into center field. Liz Kinjorski scores, and we are tied. Schimmel would get then caught out in no man's land. She's tagged out, and that ends the inning. The Hurons would respond the bottom half of the inning. Meredith shoots this pitch to right field. It'll get down. Rabau will score easily, and they regain the lead. Later in the ball game, Rogers City looking for some insurance. Runners on the corners when Megan Breggy lays down the bunt. Lauren Heath can't handle it. Everyone is safe. Taylor Fleming scores, and the Hurons lead 5-3 in the seventh. The Cats are threatening, but Hantz gets Marweed to pop up harmlessly to second, and that is your ball game. The Hurons pick up a big win, 5-3. Alpena Soccer hosted Petoskey on Friday afternoon, trailing 2-0 in the first half. The Wildcats would get on the score sheet. This bouncing ball is finally reined in by Chloe Ferguson, and she drives it home and into the back of the net, and Alpena is back within one. Petoskey would keep up the pressure, looking to increase their lead. Isabel Anderson cuts through to defenders. She gets in front of the net, but Alpena's defense is there to stop her. Then Jordan Young's attempt sails just over the crossbar. It's still 2-1. Later in the first half, Petoskey threatening again when Isabel Anderson makes her way down the field. She cuts to the middle of the field, and she's tugged on by the defender. No foul is called, but somehow Anderson tries for the goal, but Maren Winter makes a great save, and the game is still 2-1. Late in the first half, Petoskey would finally push one home as Anderson sends this gorgeous through ball into Megan Smith, and she would drive this one in the back of the net. Petoskey would go on to defeat Alpena by the final score of 6-1. After being washed out on Thursday afternoon, Michigan State baseball hit the diamond early Friday morning with their second-round matchup against the Maryland Terrapins. With a win Friday, Sparty would advance to the Saturday afternoon's Big Ten semifinal game, and it was a much better morning for baseball, and both squads gave us an early morning treat. Maryland would get on the scoreboard first. Bottom of the second with the man aboard, Justin Morris lines this ball past the diving reach of Dan Durkin into right field. Nick Sheary will round third. Here's the play at the plate. It's not in time, and Maryland is on the board at 1-0. Top of the fourth, and Sparty gets things going. There's two men on for Dan Chmielewski, and he drives this up the box and into center field. Durkin will pass go, collect $200, and we are now all tied. Bottom of the fifth, still tied at 1 when Anthony Papio busts out the trot. That ball is crushed to straightaway left, and some fan dressed as a seat now has a souvenir. Terps now out front 2-1. Top six, same score until Jordan Zimmerman goes bridge work. That ball is crushed into the bullpens for a solo Jimmy Jack, and we are tied again. Back and forth these two teams go. Top of the eighth, and State would take the lead with the man aboard. It's that man again, Jordan Zimmerman, and he smokes this ball past the diving second baseman into right field. Corey Young is going to round third. He will score, and Michigan State is up 3-2. Sparty's Ninja Warrior is loving it. Here he comes. There he is. Later in the inning, runners on the corners when Matt Byers grounds this ball to first. Bodnick makes a great diving stop, but the Terps are unable to roll up the double play. Zimmerman will score, and Michigan State will take this one against Maryland by the final of 4-3. Sparty will play again Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Michigan hit the diamond Friday night against Ohio State with a victory. Michigan would face Michigan State Saturday afternoon. Top of the first, and the Wolverines would get on the scoreboard first. With the bases loaded, Drew Lugbauer smokes this ball deep down the left field line. Ronnie Dawson makes a great running grab to rob Lugbauer of extra bases. Jake Bivens will tag and score, and Michigan is up 1-0. Later in the inning, Michigan steals a run as Cody Bruder gets caught in a rundown. Akeo Thomas will come on home and score before Bruder is tagged out, and Michigan opens up an early 2-0 lead. Ohio State would rally back in the bottom half. 2 aboard for Ronnie Dawson. He smokes this ball to right field for a base knock. Craig Nanning will race on home and score, and it's a 2-1 game. Later in the inning, Troy Kuhn grounds this ball towards second. Akeo Thomas makes a great diving stop, but he has no play. Another run will score, and we are all tied at 2. Still more fireworks when, in the first, Troy Montgomery lays down the bunt. Ryan Neuftal fields the bunt, but he throws down the left field line. Dawson scores, and Ohio State is up 3-2. Then, for good measure, runner on second and third when Jalen Washington smokes this ball in the right center field. 2 more runs will score. Ohio State puts up a 5 spot in the first and leads Michigan 5-2. This one is still in progress on the Big Ten Network. And the Tigers began their 6-game Western road trip in Oakland, California against the Athletics. A late 10 p.m. start time for this one, and just as we come on the air, the Tigers take a 2-0 lead. Ian Kinsler, Victor Martinez, and Nick Castellanos have all collected hits on the night for Detroit. Should the Tigers come away with the victory tonight, they will have won 8 of their last 10 games. This one is currently airing on Fox Sports Detroit. And